still undefeated. Back-to-back blowout victories or back-to-back-to-back blowout victories. It's been blowout victories all season. Checking out the Player of the Week awards. You got Malik Willis, pulled it out yet again, stacking those awards. Like I said, if you want to develop, you got to stack those awards. He was 11 for 21, 340 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 sack, 11 carries for 138 yards rushing with 4 TDs. Then you also had Max Crosby with 8 tackles for loss and 5 sacks. Huge week. So we got a player meeting, and we're going to get into that after we do our little weekly training that we always do first. Because like I said, I like to get my weekly training first before I do any scenario situation. So we're going to jump right into the training. Still don't have enough points. Well, I just tried to see if I had enough points to get the extra focus players. So that was like a week ago or whatever. So we got to build that up so we can get enough staff points to open up those focus player slots. But nonetheless, Malik Willis is looking solid. He's averaging, I got to check the stats. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he's averaging 100 yards rushing a game plus on top of 300 yards passing a game. Then you got Quez Watkins finally breaking out. He's finally breaking through after starting the season off pretty active. Haven't gotten any breakouts until just last week. So he's coming on the scene. I wish I had running backs that I could develop right now, because that's kind of hurting me right now too, because every time that's killing my gameplay, because every time, or not gameplay, but that's killing my storytelling. That's killing my storyline, more or less, because every time I get to the goal line and I drop back, I try to do a little dump off pass with Malik, but I mean, the defense always gives me the lane to the end zone. So it'd be foolish for me not to run it in with Malik Willis. But if I had running backs that I was developing or trying to focus on developing, I wouldn't have to resort to Malik Willis on the goal line every time. I could focus on my running back on the goal line every time, or not every time, but at least mix it up. Go with my running back, go with Malik Willis, etc., etc. But due to the fact I don't have a running back I'm trying to develop, because it would be foolish of me to try to sit up here and allocate focus points or focus training on players that are older players that are just going to continuously decrease. That's the only weak spot to this first year, this rebuild, is that some position on the team is going to have to be neglected. So I got my receivers, I got my quarterbacks, I got my D-line, I got my linebackers, I got my cornerbacks, but there wasn't any young backs out there that I could bring in that I could focus on. But it's cool because I got backs coming out in the draft that I'm looking forward to. And I'm gonna go all young at running back. Come this offseason, I'm not re-signing Leonard Fournette. I'm not bringing back Breida. I'm not bringing back, I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. As long as he's been in the league, which I don't even think it's been that long, but at least the last 2 Maddens, I just don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. But I got him on the speed because his speed. I got him on the team because of his speed, and I don't want any other user having that running back with that speed. So I'm harboring him as well as the other 2, but I don't plan on bringing none of those guys back this following season. So everything will be straight from the draft. All my players are going to be rookies as far as running backs are concerned. So I got my eyes on a prize, you know? Yeah, I mean, I got some trades. I mentioned earlier in this rebuild that I got a trade already agreed upon with one of the other users. I don't know if I mentioned the user, but it's the Carolina Panthers. So we already agreed on a trade. I agreed that I would send him Devontae Adams and possibly Max Crosby. It depends on how I feel. It depends on how I feel, and depends on how Chop Robinson develops. But I plan on for sure sending him Devontae Adams for his first round pick, because the goal is to get that first round pick. And if it ends up being number 1 overall, then we go on Travis Hunter and we just straight up replacing Devontae Adams with Travis Hunter. So if the chips fall where they may, then we'll end up with the number 1 overall pick, even though we have a really good record. So we could end up being like the Boston Celtics of the NFL or the Boston Celtics of Madden, even though the Boston Celtics don't end up with the number one pick. But they end up with top 3, top 4, top 5 picks. Not here recently, but 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, them dudes, like when they got Tatum and stuff, they always ended up in that top 3 realm because of the way they finessed other teams. So yeah, you can call us that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say this is a finesse because I am sending him 2 X Factor players in Devontae Adams and Max Crosby. I just need to get that number 1 pick so I can get Travis Hunter, and I'm gonna see if I can get him to throw in Barno as well, Amari Barno. And if any of y'all been Madden gamers for a while, you know Amari Barno is a great development prospect, a great prospect to acquire. He's cheap and he's fast. So if I'm sending you 2 X Factor players, I'm not just expecting your first overall pick. I'm expecting you to give me a nice little prospect. So that's to be expected to be made in the off season. And yeah, like I said, we're going to build everything else to the draft. We're going to bring in our running backs from the draft and all that. So let's see what this storyline is, though, at this player meeting. See who we got up, see who we need to develop, focus on, or whatever. So step into the coach's office by all means. Let's see what we got. Oh, look who it is. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. So how can I help you? We're almost halfway through the season and I'm not involved in the offense enough. I need more touches, or maybe I don't belong here. Oh, really? Okay. So let's get you more touches this week. I don't just want catches. I want some carries too. Get me the ball. Wait, what? Oh, he wildin'. Oh, Devontae wildin'. That's right. Get me the ball, coach. Let's see. How many touches can you get me this week? This guy out his box. So 6 catches, 4 rush attempts, 8 catches, 2 rush attempts, 7. I'm going with 6 catches, 4 rush attempts. That's doable. So, but you need to do your part and catch the ball. Love it. Hope you come through, coach. Look at this guy. So I need the ball. You promise your receiver you get him 6 catches and 4 carries this next game. See, it's funny. I just was speaking on how I already agree with another user on a trade, and here this guy comes talking about he needs more catches. Bet. All right. We could do that. You gonna end up getting traded, but we can do that. So, but nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and develop my guys right now while I got a chance. While Chop Robinson had these 8 points, we're gonna go ahead and allocate all this, see where we can get him up to. So far so good. He's moving up. Probably gonna do Willis as well and a couple other guys. So I'm gonna keep upgrading that speed rusher because you can't get enough speed or edge heat, should I say. And I'm trying to develop Chop Robinson into being the perfect Robin to Crosby's Batman, at least for the rest of the season. Once Crosby is gone, then Chop Robinson is going to end up being a Batman, and I'm going to have to make Barno the Robin to him. So far so good. So we got him up to 86. That's with morale and the little temporary upgrades. So his dev trade is still hidden, but we got him up to 86. So that's huge. That's big. Like I said, we got Malik Willis up next. So he's a 72 overall. We develop him from a 73 up to a 72, 77 with morale. So go ahead, upgrade scrambling. Like I said, I like to get my throw on the run on point. I also want to allocate some to strong arm. So we're going to do that as well. So he's up to 79 so far. Strong arm. So they didn't upgrade us a point there, but we did get an extra ability slot. So strong arm again. Yes, now we go up to 80. Morale is +4. So his awareness went up +4. Thorax mid went up +1. So he's up to 81 now. Morale is +5. Got 2 more skill points. I think we're going to do field general on this one. So what do we get there? Throw accuracy deep +2 and mid +2. So 1 more field general. Cool. So he's at 82. So he moved up what? He moved up a couple points. So with the morale, he's +5. He's an 82, so he's about at a 77. So we moved him from a 72 up to a 77. So that's really good. He's constantly going up. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade Jackson Powers Johnson. Did I cut him and bring him back? I don't think I did. But he's on that first round contract. So he let me look at that to see, make sure I didn't cut him and bring him back, extend him. Contract. So yeah. Okay, so he's on that first round contract. So it's cool. It's cool. We good. We got him for 5 years. So I ain't worried to go ahead and develop. If y'all wondering why I'm looking at that, it's because before I develop players, I like to keep their points. I like to keep their overall low. So if they're coming up for a contract, I could sign them for cheap and then upgrade them afterwards with those points. But since I got him for 5 years, I'm gonna go ahead and just upgrade him now. So that's good enough. It's not like that time's gonna fly by fast. We're in an online league, so it's gonna take some time. So let's see. We got Byron Young. We also got Brock Bowers. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade Young. Put him at a speed rush. Upgrade a speed rush, so he's +1 there. He's an 83 overall. We got +3 on finesse moves. Speed rush again. What we get there? Awareness 1, 2 for everything else. So we got him up to 84. So he moved up 3 points overall as far as his overall is concerned. So Caleb Farley, we're gonna go ahead and utilize that, or we're gonna hold on to it. I'm tripping. We're gonna hold on to it. Like I said, I like to wait till they get like at least like 4 or 5 points before I start moving. So Malik Willis got an extra ability. So he's got first one free, then he's got closer and bulldozer. But we don't need bulldozer. He's a quarterback. He's not a running back. We're not going to be utilizing that. So what do we have here? Safety valve, passers with disability, improve the catching prowess. All running backs, spin cycle. We know what spin cycle is. You got steerable spin moves. Then you got tight out. Passers with disability, improve the catching prowess of tight ends who are open on pass plays. Think about that one. Homer, when playing at home, players with disability can enter the zone easily. It's between Homer and tight out. Safety valve. I don't really need safety valve. I'm gonna go with Homer. I prefer that, especially since I'm a lock up home field advantage. At least that's the plan. As long as I keep knocking off the users that I come in contact with. But we gonna go ahead and cut it short right there. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in like you always do. Again, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed on not just this Raiders rebuild, but more Madden 25 content, whether that be tips, tricks, tutorials, leaks for Madden 26, etc. We'll have it here. Also draft content, we'll have it. So again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time.